Right, I've got a whisper here, because I found them right close. I've done the night on Lake 5, 6, but it was on Lake 5 on the Warpack, and I've just found them in this corner. Right in his head. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they're on a glow right in there. They're coming from this corner, out of these lilies here, right? As you can tell, right, I'm buzzed up, mate. I've been like putting some baits down there and they're coming and visiting it. It's a like little bit of rain now, but like if I get one out of here, this is going to be top bloody unbelievable angling. And the rig is going to be, I reckon, no more than 3 to 4 foot off the bank in no more than 3 to 4 foot of water. Right, I've got to get on with this now, right? Yeah, wish me luck, because there's quite a few round here, and I've definitely seen a 40-pound common in here. I'm not sure if it's a carving or the long one, but by the colour of it, right, yeah, I reckon it's the long one, and it's one of the ones I want. Anyway, wish me luck. I'll speak to you later. Here's a picture of it here. Right close, look. Right down the bottom there. I daren't go any closer than this. But I put some chops, halves, and about 6 or 7 whole baits, sticky baits, krill, soaked in the krill liquid. I'm catching loads of with this stuff now. It can only be a matter of time before one of these unbelievably old cams carp picks up this rig. I've got a dark side rig on as well. I've got a 5-ounce swivel lead, right, yeah, with a gravel coating, and then I've got 20-pound in trap with a size 6 super sharpened down size 6 B175. Get this, on a right dark side bottom bait rig, no more than 3 to 4 inch long. There's no way Uncle's going to catch on this. Oh God, here they come. I've got to get out of here. It can't be much longer. I've even picked the rig up. The hook bait is a whittled down 16mm, which is a bit weird for me, as you all know, Chod Master. Now I'm going to the slippery dark side. It's unbelievable watching these fish, right? Yeah, they're tucking me up still. I've even picked the rig up to check it. It ain't like they've tangled it up or it's on a blowback, if the hair's not right, etc, etc. All them things creep in. Anyway, it's pucker. It's on like such a clean glow. There's no way, right, yeah, at least I'm hand putting it in. There's no cast involved. But it just does me on these blooming dark side bottom bait rigs. It can't be long. I've been here about 40 minutes now, maybe. It can't be long. I mean, like, it's even more turning up, different ones. I see a real sexy mid-30 sort of, it could have been a linear, but I've seen 2 like that. Definitely one was a mirror, right, yeah, but that was black as black. I've got to keep the noise down, but this is the best chance I've had. I done Lake 5 last night, and me and James were on them, but no good. Woke up with that horrible feeling. What am I going to do next? So I thought, right, I'm going into machine mode, like Uncle does, and I packed up double quick, just went for a look. Saw him in Lake 7, which was like over here, just here, right, yeah? And fuzzed a couple out there, but that little glow, I thought I'll just put some baits on it and check it, and then when I come back 20 minutes later, they were on it. So it was like, quickly, like, reeled 2 rods in off Lake 7, pushed my barrow down and got the rod in. It can't be much longer, you know what I mean? Oh shit, the rod's gone! It's lively. Anyway, it's an awesome linear, 36 pound, 12 ounces. Look at the size of this baby. Proper one, look at that. Right, calm down. I know, we'll go back in a minute. Gnats, there you go, 36 pounds, 12 ounces, Cambridgeshire linear, caught on a dark side rig on a chopped down krill, bottom bait from sticky baits, right in the edge, 3 to 4 foot out, 3 or 4 foot water. Unbelievable, on a 5 ounce lead, on a quarter safety clip. Lead core lead all doctored up. I mean, I've marked it, camoed it up with a pen, just to break the line up. And it was like a sandy one, left over from when I went to Cassim. Look at the other side of this, look. What a fish. Unbelievable, eh? And there's still more about. I can stay till tomorrow. I've got to be on the road by 10 in the morning. Alright, darling. Alright. Little midge things. Gosh, they're all over me. There you go, one more last look. Unbelievable. Some more about as well. If I could get that long common, I'd be really happy. And the elusive slow-pid. They're both good chance of being £40. And I've definitely seen one of them. Right, I'm going to get him back. You ain't going to believe this, right? The other rod, I had a chod on against some lilies. I was just slipping that 35 back. And it, as I was like letting it out the net, the other rod roared off. So it's one on the dark side, one on the chod. Anyway, this one's £31, 12 ounce common. From the Woolpack, Lake 5 and 6. And what you got to remember, there's only about 23 carp in this lake. So you can imagine, and go from lake to lake. And to pin down 2 in such a quick succession is unbelievable, in such a tight little corner swim. Location was the name of the game here. And there you go, just rewards. A £36 12 ounce linear. And then a lovely, I am knackered, might even go home. And a £32 4 ounce common. There you go, that's what it's all about. Uncle Jim just keeps on trolling. Sticky baits krill, just doing them big time. Wait till you start getting hold of this, you lot are gonna troll doing this with this bait. It's unbelievable. There you go, right, I'm gonna get it back. Right, following on from them 230s, I just stalked round. It's in the other lake through the gap there, you can see I've just spotted a load, several originals just fly through there. The reason I'm shouting is like we've got a thunderstorm, right, yeah, and I'm sitting under a little old brolly, right, yeah, as you can see. But at least I can stand, and I don't care, hardcore. I've got 3 rods back out, and I've seen them along that tree margin there. So I thought, right, I've got one in that hole there, one to the left, just off a tree line, and then right in the background, see that black water right on the edge there? That's a weed bed, and I've got one there. So as you can imagine, right, yeah, bear with me, I'm holding this with one hand and a brolly in the other. This is mental storm. Can't fucking believe it. That tree bit there just fell down off there, look. See it? Even I'm getting soaked under this little brolly. Just got to rope my gear, don't get wet, but there you go, I've got a ground sheet underneath it. This has definitely got to rock them up. There's no way I'm going home now. I've seen them again, I've found them, they've definitely moved like I thought they would. So I'd be stupid to move, go home. Anyway, I'm going to shut this down because this is suffering now with the damp. Wish me luck. Alright, the camera's playing up. I bet you're going to keep doing that, I'll have to buy a new one. Anyway, after all that rain and shit, right, managed to get myself house set up. And the lake's calmed right off nice now. All of the rods are over by that tree line in that weed bed. As you look to the right of the overhang, you can just about see it. I've seen, since the rain stopped, right, yeah, 5 shows out here. One moves so much water. Look, there's one just moved now, look. Look, that's behind the weed bed. Can you see the ripples out there? Look, I'm fishing up against that. And they're showing just behind the overhang. I've got one there, dead in centre of the screen there. And then one over by that blooming sort of tunnel bit there. So sorry about all the camera driving around, but you know me, I ain't going to faff around editing nothing. It's more real. I'm trying to show things as they're happening. The rods are out there, and that's the 6th one what showed. There was one, as I was saying, where that shoe, but moved some serious water. Had to be one of them big commons in here. There should be 3 about 40 odd pound in here now. So 2 of them I haven't had, so that's what I'm back for. So don't know how long I'm going to last, but I've done minimal time and I've had 5 now. So 5 in a year, you've done well out of this water, so if you know what I mean. And let alone I had 2 in, I don't know, let's call it 15 minutes. It's mental on 2 rods. Little things I'm doing right, yeah, with the krill. I like to mess around with like L030. Don't stick to one sort of thing. Just keep like changing things. Not my boilies as such, right, yeah, but putting liquids on. Sometimes I put some what I got coated. Like what I mean with that, it's like L030 or krill, and then I'll put a batch out what I just like normal boilies untouched. Sometimes I'll put pellets out, 4mm krill pellets. I love them ones, right, yeah, and then I mix like the liquids on. I spod them, of course, at range, right, yeah, but I just keep mixing, matching and changing things. And like this stuff here is really salt. That battery's running out as well, it might be the problem. You know me and like salty stuff, right, yeah, but these are like what I'm doing here. I always carry this stuff here, right, yeah, and I glug me up baits, as you can see, look in here, they're all soaking up nice. These ones, look, the krill ones are all like soaking up, everything's rocking. So I keep it all sorted, and then look, I just mix it in with the boilies. So I'm putting out some wet, what I mean coated, not the bread of course, and then well, I'm air drying some, and I put some of them out as they are there. So like, it's just a bit of mix and match, do you know what I mean? Just be different. Put some out coated, some out not coated. If you can, chops, spod some out, pellets. It's keeping the same thing going in, but it ain't always the same. I like to keep, right, yeah, like chodding, because once I'm out in that pond, I don't know where that hook bait lands, and once I've found them, I can't be dealing with all this, you know, trying to find a clear spot, right, yeah, let alone you don't know if it's been moved, right, yeah, and exactly where that clear, where that bait lands in that clear spot, if it is clear. So it's like, I like to chod, but when they're in the edge, I mean, that one I had there on a, what was it, 4-inch hook link, I mean, that's a super dark side rig, that is, because normally I like to use them sort of 12-14 inch, but when I'm fishing right in close like that on a 5-ounce lead, I mean, that fish, the hook was back about 1 inch. I mean, it was proper nailed, right, yeah, and I'd honed that hook down. He didn't know what had happened, and the lead come off, and then he was away. But the lead had done its job. Super sharp hook had sunk in, and you imagine 5 ounces, he hits that, I mean, it's gone, and then the lead's off and he's away. So it's like, don't want the lead on there. And that was on a like size 6 B175, and they say there's shit. There's 3 just going through my margin. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, look. Don't know, can you see it? This is a nightmare. Just through my lines here. 3. Anyway, I'm going to let this battery run down. It's about a minute to go. That was 3. 2 of them, like real chunks, come up under my lines. Thank God I had them like mega slack. Because I don't want them seeing all that. They're definitely casing the joint now. They've had a taste around the corner, right, yeah, and I've had a result. What you've got to remember, it's one lake, but they go from lake to lake, right? There's 4 of these channels, right, yeah? There's only about 24 carp in here. Can you imagine that? So like, to get 2 really quick like that, it's unbelievable. And with my sort of strategy, find them, cast them, bait them, catch them, there you go. Right, I'm going now, I'm going to have a couple of beers, right, yeah, and hopefully, you never know, I might have one to tell you about later on.